Safari.
On the door. I the vex. I the vex. Some they call me pagan. Then they say I be Satan. Cause I believe I be winner. Stop calling me a sinner. If you truly believe in the church, as I don't want to know. If you really believe in the mosque, me I don't want to know. If you believe in the pastors, as I don't want to know. If you believe in the imam, me I don't want to know. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Oh lo. Make you shine your eyes.
All right, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Lagos. Good evening, Abuja. Good evening, London. Good evening, America. Good evening in Europe. Good evening in Asia. Good evening onto the utmost part of the earth. Good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Facebook. Good evening, Periscope. Good evening, LinkedIn. Tonight I bring you the 5 story of 2 lovers on Nigerian campus. I'll be straight to the point. So these 2 lovers, definitely male and a female.
Story about Jacob.
I ain't sharing a gay story.
My ancestors make you save up.
So the male,
My people
a guy from a poor background.
gonna wake up.
The female,
Wake up.
from a rich background.
If you truly believe in the church, as I don't want to know.
I want you to pay attention, because at the end of this story,
If you really believe in the mosque,
we're gonna have a small exercise.
me I don't want to know.
So these 2 have been together dating.
If you really believe in the Bible,
The guy from the poor background
I don't want to.
certainly is captivated or fascinated by activism.
And if you
He wants to be an activist on campus,
really believe in Quran,
and he's already doing that,
Me I don't want to know.
putting himself through risks
You shine your eyes, and free yourself.
and doing a whole lot of things.
Oh lo. Make you shine your eyes,
Guess what? So one day came,
and free yourself. Free
the parents of the lady called their girl.
yourself from mental slavery. Make you
Say, girl,
shine your eyes,
this guy you're following, we are not interested. Though.
and free yourself. Go.
This is a guy
Make you shine your eyes,
who became president of Student Union, and he's still wearing only one shirt.
and free yourself. Free yourself from mental slavery. Listen
We know people that have been into unionism,
now. If some man do
and they're rich.
everything they're supposed, life for don't
This guy wey they follow, so
change it.
if we are your parents,
Pastors practice
you guys discontinue this relationship.
within them they preach.
This one wey see money we no one pick.
Life for don't change it. The Catholic
This one wey be say you no want carry money, you no want do something.
don't stop this sex abuse
Na activism wey you carry for head,
scandals. Life for don't
and you know they change clothes.
change it. Muslim, Christian, do what you're supposed to do. Life
We no support this in our relationship with this in our guy. Yo. I go come be.
for don't change. Listen, if you talk,
And that was how the lady came back and said, Bobo, you know definitely that I love you. Everything in my heart, I love you. But my parents sponsored me through school, and I cannot disrespect them.
you go buy, you no talk, you go buy some no one.
they are not too pleased with my relationship with you. They simply want me to marry some other guys that are interested in me, some guys that are into real estate business, oil and gas, and the rest. They have asked me at family meeting what you are into. They see you in the media, they know what you are into, and they are not impressed that you can take care of me because all your life it is activism.
If you talk, you go die. You no talk, you
So the guy then said,
go die. We all go.
it's fine, you know I love you too, but I think this is what I am called to do. I have to make sure that when things are not going right, I should be able to stand up. I've been doing it since I was born, since I was a small boy, even before I came to school. I've always fought anytime I perceive there's injustice somewhere. And I'm also fascinated by activism as a result. So when I came onto campus, I decided to continue doing what I've been doing since I was a child. So I do not think that I should derail because I want to please or I want to look acceptable to your parents or to anybody. I think I should be me. I shouldn't be somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what happened next? Few seconds, I'll be back.
Listen, time to come, 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 make we wake up. Time to come, 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 my people wise up. I say my people they suffer, so we just they holler, we they wait for the sky God.
And so that was how the guy then decided, okay, you know what, baby? I gotta allow you just do your stuff. I love you. And as you know, so the babe then said, okay, we gotta talk this over, baby. You know what? I'm gonna help you find a very decent job, and I'll tell my dad that you now work in a bank. Or I'm gonna tell my dad you now work in a big firm. We're gonna work this out. We're gonna have to work this out. Don't worry, I'll get a job for you, and then I'm gonna tell my parents that you're now working in a big firm. So they should be impressed, and subsequently, we should be able eventually to get you acceptable to my parents. So the guy said, okay, let's see what you can pull. The lady pulled, and then he had to go for interview one day at a bank. Go to the bank. The bank said, you we were told that the person coming is intelligent and this and that. Yes, you have demonstrated that, but we did not know it is you. We see you in the news always causing riots, fighting one struggle or the other. Are you sure we can employ you? So the guy said, well, it's up to you. I am me. And they said, sorry, we cannot employ you. Apparently the lady even tried to buy suits for the guy to appear decent at the interview. And so that was how the interview went. He did not get the job because they have always seen him as an activist fighting in the news, on the front pages of papers. And so they were not really willing to get somebody like that will pollute their bank. So they said, we can't employ you. So he didn't get that job. A day then came when the elder sister of the girlfriend to this guy, was going to wed. And then they were asking everybody to invite their people, including everybody in the family. Bring your husband, bring your families. Those of you that are not yet married, come with your fiancés or fiancés, and let us have a big party for the family. So this girl told his own guy, say, guy, a big party is happening soon in my family. My elder sister is marrying, and we are going to throw a very big party. Definitely we are going to have prominent people. So if you are going to come, you must also buy the clothes for the wedding. I'm not asking you to bring money, don't worry, I will buy it. I will buy the clothes for you, and then you are going to change this your one shirt that you're always washing at night and wearing the next day. The guy agreed. No problems. Bring the clothes. Let's see how it goes. So the girl came that night, brought the clothes, about 6 yards, and said, "Babe, this is the clothes. How do you intend to sew it? Because I know you are stubborn. You may still decide it is that your shirts and jean trousers that you want to wear to that party, and that will not be nice of you. Especially it will not as a person. So I want to give them a different impression at that party. So I want you to look different and confuse or convince my family that you're a responsible guy." So what do we do? The girl then said, "Okay." The guy said, "Okay, no problems. If that is what you want, bring the clothes. Let us see how far it goes." She brought the clothes. The guy took the clothes and said, "Okay." He kept it beside him and continued doing what he was doing. And the girl said, "You know what? Give me the clothes back. I'm coming." The girl knew the guy's measurements, took the clothes to the tailor by herself, gave him the measurement and said, "Sew the clothes like this, like that design." She then brought back the clothes and said, "This is what you are wearing on our wedding. Please, I know you are stubborn, but do this for me. Wear it for that party." Then she left. And that was how eventually the guy took the clothes and continued doing what he was doing in his one-room apartment. The lady left. The wedding day was here finally. Finally, the wedding day was here. And then the guy came. He refused to wear the clothes. He came in his shirts and trousers that he has been known with. When he appeared at the wedding, people started recognizing, he sat at the back in order not to disrupt what the rich men and prominent people were doing at the front. The oil and gas people, the real estate people, and the rest of them were at the front in their flowing agbadas of the material they picked for the wedding. The guy decided to just sit at the back on his own, quietly, just been watching what was happening because he wasn't really convinced why he should appear, why he should appear to impress other people when he knew that that is not him in the real sense. So he decided to appear in his own real form instead of appearing in a form made just to impress. And it was like, no, what am I impressing for? So let me just be me. So when it was time for dancing, they were calling families, calling children and everybody. Everybody started coming out and doing their dancing on the floor and spending money. He sat at the back with his shirt and trousers. So at some point, some people started recognizing, this is this man now. They started gravitating towards him, including the Kegates guys who were playing the drums and all that. Started playing around him, and he was actually doing his own norm thing. Like, okay, oh yeah, everybody, oh yeah, now as a unionist on campus and all of that, he was able to flow. And then he created another scene altogether at the back of the party. So the family noticed, but boy, you shirt and trousers, losing work, and that was how after the wedding party, they called their own daughter and said, "This is the last time we want to see this guy with you. We don't ever want to see you with him again. If you cannot find some guys in oil and gas, or if you cannot find some guys in real estate, we will find one for you by ourselves." Eventually, after the much pressure on the lady, she had to give in somehow. And as a result, the lady came back to the guy and said, this is probably going to be our last meeting. It's hard for me to see you go, but then I gotta obey my parents at the end of the day. The guy said, this will be hard for me as well, because I got nothing in this world. You're like the only thing I see, and I'm happy. So if I lose you, I'll have nothing else to lose again. The lady said, well, I'm sorry to. It's probably going to be our last meeting. But what would you like to be a parting gift that will change your life for the better? I forgot to mention that part of the efforts made by the lady was to also take the guy to a church for miracle to say, pray for my fiance in his deliverance for money prosperity. And the guy got to the church. They did all their laying of hand and everything. And the guy was like, Pastor, don't push me. They say pray. Don't push me. If you try to push me, your church goes scatter. No, just pray your prayer. Don't try to push me or give me stud. It will not work for you. Because the pastor then concluded that Emieshu too strong. Oh, one in but boy, I can't pray for him. Of course, he prayed, he tried, but he saw that the guy was not willing to fall voluntarily on or roll on the floor. He then said, "Okay, the problem he has is it's only God that can solve it." So, but finally, back to because I digressed a bit there. The lady then said, "What do you think I can do for you as we are parting to make your life better or change for the best?" Guess what? The guy then said, "Well, what I think you can do for me is that there's a new book. There's a new book that has just been released. That book, the title is Long Walk to Freedom. Get me that book as a parting gift. I'll love it so much. And I will never forget you forever." The guy said, Long Walk to Freedom. By who? He said by Nelson Mandela. Excuse me. I said a book that will change your life forever. You are not asking me for Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You are not asking me Robert Kiyosaki's book. You are not asking me how to become rich. You are not asking me a Confession of Economic Hitman. You are not asking me OPM, other people's money. You are not asking me OPT, other people's time, how to get or tap into other people's wealth and make it big. You are not asking me how nations become rich or all that. You are asking me long walk to freedom. What freedom? Are you an Egyptian? The guy said, "Don't worry. That's all I just need as a parting gift." Indeed, the lady, through her connections and network, through her own uncle abroad, got the book in a couple of days. The book was here. This man collected the book, locked himself up in a room for over 7 days without food, just to read and exhaust the book. He achieved it. And he said that was the day the biggest spirit hit him. Like, if you must achieve something, even you have to die for it, you must get it, because that is your passion and your dream. So he said he wept so seriously because he was not happy to see the girl go, but that at the same time he still felt consolated that he got the book he had been longing to read, but he could not buy or you could not find at any bookstore in Nigeria as of the time. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to tell the story further. I just decided to share that as a half story, or that section of that man's life story tonight. There are several stories we'll still share in this episode subsequently. Who can guess whose story we just told? By the way, some of you would have noticed my haircut. I'll tell you that story also later. But anyways, who can guess whose story that is? Okay, if you can guess, there's a very big prize for you, and the prize is all expense paid trip to Miami Beach on the wings of Angel Michael, courtesy of Angel Michael. On the wings of Angel Michael, you go to Miami Beach for free. You also go to the cattle ranch to go and taste, have a first-hand taste of the touch of nature in Africa. So whose story have we just narrated? If you can guess and guess correctly, uh, I'll come back to the comment shortly now.
I say my people they suffer without the rapper. We they wait for the men of dogs. Why all this now nonsense? Yes. Why religion don't make sense? If you truly believe in the church, oh, I said I don't want to know. If you really believe in the mosque, oh, me I don't want to know. If you believe in the pastors, oh, I said I don't want to know. If you believe in the imam, oh, me I don't want to know. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Free yourself from mental slavery. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Make you shine your eyes,
Alright, people, everybody is writing Showre. Like saying that Showre be the only activist within this country. Now only Showre ni. Everybody just say Showre. Now only Showre be the activist we now know for this country. Every story story be Showre. Anyways, if you're joining late, or if you're not here right now and you're going to be watching this episode by playing back, if you're not currently live on the show, I want to say that you have heard the story. Drop your comments and let us also know what this story did to you. Is there a motivation in it? Or if you were the guy in that shoe, what would you have asked for as a choice, as a parting gift? As a parting gift from your girl, your precious girl that you never wanted to lose, but somehow she had to go. Somehow she had to go. Solutions also on YouTube is saying no, Showre. I don't understand that. Are you saying it is not Showre, or are you saying you insist that you are saying no, I insist it is still Showre? I need to understand exactly what that comment means. Okay, another person says Chief Ganefa in me. Okay. Emmanuel on Facebook says Showre. Okay. That person Ola Dami came back and said, okay, na Shegun. Sorry, that was not my story. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Somebody says stories about you, Baba Shege, Larry Safari. I know they blast your music like die for a year. You know, I like it and a lot of people like the music too, you know. I can tell you. Oh, somebody says it is Showre. Solution says aha. Okay. You know what? Let's not keep this show too long for the sake of people who don't have data. They now charge 7%, 7.5% value added tax on recharge and subscription and data in Nigeria. So let's always keep our shows very short. So somebody says because Ms. Okpeyemi Showre acts like the lady and on that story. Are you sure it is Okpeyemi Showre? One love, brother. Okay, you're welcome. All right, people. I think at this point I'm going to just call it a day, and we see again later. But if you're watching on a playback, do also drop your comments. Who do you think this story is? I mean, I'm not going to reveal tonight. Subsequently, I will still tell you who it is. But that is a story. But who else is there before I go? And what are you saying? What do you think the story is about? Somebody says you could have dressed up. Relationship is about compromise. You can be a well-dressed activist. You're right. I agree with you. There's nothing anybody wants to say that I will not agree with. Another person says there is God. Because I did what now? What did I do? They are saying there is God. At any rate, two questions standing. Number one, who is the person we just narrated a story? Number two is, if you were in his shoes, what would you have done? Because you did not want to lose the girl. Would you have just compromised, like Like Donna Lee on Facebook says relationship is about compromise. What would you have done? Would you have just compromised and accepted everything the lady proposed with her family, or would you have done what this man did? And the first question again is, who do you think that story is about? But before I leave, I want to ask those that are asking me whether I'm going to Abuja. I said I'll get back to them. Well, the thing is that I not to get bar to the move up and down lately. But if you feel like, well, you would like to see me go to Abuja for the matter coming up, those of you that say now I will objectively give us uh, life updates from Abuja. Well, I really wish to go, but I don't have plan to go because of resources. But those of you that are saying, we can always raise you anytime something of importance comes up. That is the detail on the screen. If I get enough fund, I'll definitely go with my crew. If I don't get enough fund, I'll just monitor it from here through other sources. But if I get to go, trust you get live feed, live video, live updates from the courtroom, live everything live. Okay, so that's the detail on the screen. I'm going to just drop that there. And what other information do I need to drop before I go? Because I don't want to let this show be too long. So that's the detail on the screen. What other information do I need to give before I leave? That is also important. Okay. Okay, those of you that are like our monthly people supporting this channel, please do remit as importantly as you should, because we got our car to do, but resources they say no. The present in Nigeria that we are in now, is in our only not only because we dey passionate about what we dey do, they make us do uh what we dey do. So if you want to support, please do. Or importantly, Shores Matter is coming up Wednesday. That's in 2 days. So whatever conclusion we have to do, we have to round off between tonight and the next morning, tomorrow morning, so that we can decide whether we are going with crew and gadgets to support. So if you want to support, that's the detail on the screen. So to help mobilizing or facilitating our crew to go to Abuja for it. So are there more comments that are important for me? Is another person say, okay, Abiba Afolabi Ryan says if she love him, she will take him like that. She definitely does, but family pressure and family interest sometimes too also do matter in relationship. It's not only you that the guy or the lady is marrying. You have to also know how to manage family interest also somehow, because they feel like the guy will not be able to take care of you now. He doesn't have money. He has access to money. He does not want to steal. In fact, the record is still there at the university that the only person who was ever president of student union and did not touch union purse or account till he left, despite all the challenges and all those he faced, is that guy. You know how funny that story is. So they felt like ilé ọ̀dà ìpolórí burúkú ni o. Ó máa rówó kò ní gbà, wọ́n máa fún kò ní gbà, wọ́n fún mọ́tò kò gbà, wọ́n fún ní gbogbo nǹkan, wọ́n máa lóhun ò fẹ́. Ṣé lè máa lè take care obìnrin ṣá? This person has been offered money, car, everything, all luxuries of this world, he rejected. Will this kind of person be able to take care of a woman, or will he not just be a leech? Family probes and all of that and queries were there. So somebody is saying Ashure, you dey talk. Another person says, I'm speechless. So that's exactly what what life is. Okay. Maybe I might continue this story much later again, I don't know, but I want to hear what you people have as feedback first. Who do you think we are sharing their story tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, I think at this point we should just call it a day, right? So thank you so much everybody for your time as always. I'm gonna see you again later. My name is Segun Olo and this is Objective Media. If you're new on this channel, just subscribe. Let's be doing things together on this channel. It's the best way to keep ourselves connected to one another, talking about stories that are of value, is by you subscribing, while I continue to keep this kind of stories up on the channel. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. I'm going to leave you again with Larry Safari, as I always do, as I've always been doing. And that's it for now. Segun Olo is my name once again. Bye for now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I dey vex so.
Safari.
On the door.
Free us. Free us.
I dey vex.
Free us.
I dey vex. Some they call me pagan. Then they say I be Satan. Cause I believe I be winner. Stop calling me a sinner. If you truly believe in the church, as I don't want to know. If you really believe in the mosque, me I don't want to know. If you believe in the pastors, as I don't want to know. If you believe in the imam, me I don't want to know. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Oh lo. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself from mental slavery. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself. Oh. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself from mental slavery. Listen now. Oyibo come deceive us. Then come bring their Jesus. Even the story about Jacob.
My ancestors make you save us.
My people make gonna wake up. Wake up. If you truly believe in the church, as I don't want to know.